Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, mercy, and safety to all of the Akim on the highways and byways, preaching the word in sincerity and in truth, and a healthy shalom to the elect. My name is Rawai, and I'm back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. All right. Wanted to get into something that happened the day of going into the night of the Passover. Wild shit, some wild shit. And as you see on the screen, it says 7-month-old baby shot and killed by a stray bullet, right? And that's these young 2/3, out here being demonic. They all got spirits on them. They're all on drugs. They're popping pills. They're high. And they're involved in this culture and cycle of violence, which I want to be clear and state this first. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the one who he's the most violent man on the planet Earth. All right, they're the most violent race on the planet Earth. Nobody knows violence like Esau Edom. But what happens is you have a chaotic and unrighteous, unfruitful world that all the other nations live in, which is ran by Esau Edom. And you see things like this that happens in the hood, happens in low income areas where we're all from, where we're all born and raised. And it's wild. You don't typically see stuff like this. It doesn't happen a lot. People get shot all the time, but something as this horrific is very rare. And I mentioned this happened the day going into the night of the Passover, because through the Spirit, this is a sign of things to come. It's no coincidence that this happened at this time on this day. No coincidence. So for me, just through the Spirit, I'll say that this is a sign of things to come as this year progresses, as these days, weeks, and months progress. This type of horrific judgment is going to be going out. Now, I'm going to go to two. I think I got a couple of precepts going into how this is the judgment of the Lord, first and foremost, but also not excluding these wicked two-thirds on the planet Earth, right? This is absolutely horrific. Let me play this real quick.
It's the moment a mother realizes her 7-month-old baby girl has been shot. She's seen jumping up and down in panic. For the family's privacy, we're not showing their faces.
When she looked to the stroller and the baby is bleeding, she go crazy.
The family had to run to a bodega for cover after gunfire erupted around 1:20 p.m. Two men on a scooter passed through the intersection of Moore and Humboldt streets.
The male sitting at the rear of the moped can be seen taking out a gun
and discharging at least 2 rounds. Our 7-month-old victim was sitting inside one of these strollers when she was struck. The baby was taken to the hospital where she died. Detectives say the suspects took off only to crash their moped head-on with a car just 2 blocks away.
With a boom when they hit, they crash into the car and they flip over.
Police say the man sitting in the rear is now in custody on an unrelated charge as he's being questioned in the shooting. The driver of the moped abandoned the scooter and is still on the run. Mayor Mamdani calling this a dark day.
There are no words that can mend the heartbreak this family is feeling now. No embrace wide enough to heal the hole that has been left in their lives.
Police say the shooting was gang-related. They're still trying to determine the motive behind the gunfire. In East Williamsburg, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS News, New York. It's
Absolutely horrific. Let me read this first precept. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3:19. It says, "For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation." For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. We understand clearly as the days progress, as we look in the past, look back in the past, we understand clearly why the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to absolutely, horrifically destroy 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right? Because of shit like this. All right? And many more atrocities and unrighteous acts. But just wanted to point this out specifically here. All right? You got these little young demons, because that's what they are. They got spirits on them, running around shooting up shit, and they hit a 7-month-old baby in the head, man. All right, this is definitely a trigger warning. Those of us who have seeds, we have kids, rode up on a scooter and they just start shooting on the sidewalk, like. Y'all niggas don't see, I think it was a couple strollers too out there. Like, y'all niggas don't see them strollers. Right? And this is why we don't have no remorse for the wicked. Right? There's going to be a lot of judgment, serious judgment going out real soon. And it's these types of acts that remind us why we don't need to be concerned with the wicked being put to death, because in all actuality they have to go, they have to die and come back, they have to, no doubt about it. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 3:19 again. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. All right, so they're going to meet their fate in a very horrific way, and the Lord is justified. All right. Yeah, let me get this. Let me try to go get it. This is the book of... This thing want to give me trouble. 1 Peter 4:17. And it reads, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High." Judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. Okay, it must start there. It must start with the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those who know they're Israelites, those who don't know, that smoke that the Lord is coming with is going to start there. And we totally understand why. We know Esau is going to get that work. We know these other nations is going to get worked over. It's lucky when the Lord starts judging shit. But we understand why the Lord is like, nope, I'm coming to get the Israelites first. I'm going to destroy you demonic Israelites first for all of your abominations. Okay, for all of your wicked ways. All right, it says, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel? Okay, so the judgment is going to start, okay, on those who know they're Israelites, those who don't know they're Israelites, those Black Latinos, Native Americans who are in worshiping false gods, okay, these YNs out there, these YBs, right? It's going to start there, okay? And all the other nations is going to get this work, okay? But there's atrocities like this that makes us say, wow, we understand why the Lord gotta come get you Israelites first, pack y'all up. And it's going to be horrific judgment, horrific death going out. All right? That's the bottom line. And there's more signs that were at the end. Like I said, this happened going into the Passover, a few hours before the Passover, if I'm not mistaken. All right? And through the Spirit, this is a sign of what's to come. All right? Let me get let me get this real quick.
It's a moment a mother realizes.
I'm gonna play the video again, because when the young girl they ran in the store. When the young girl looked in the stroller, she seen her baby was shot. Could you imagine what she seen? This shit is absolutely heart-wrenching. You know? Absolutely heart-wrenching. And we can't wait till the Lord come back and set this thing right. All right? Set this place all right, because this shit is not easy to live in, man. It's not easy. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 14. It reads, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. Okay? All is vanity and vexation of spirit. All right? Seeing something like this has to vex you. You have to say to yourself, wow, this is some real bullshit. This is horrific. Right? We know the Lord sanctions all of it. Okay? This is why we want the kingdom of heaven, because we won't have to deal with stuff like this in the kingdom of heaven. All right? Let me play this again.
It's the moment a mother realizes her 7-month-old baby girl has been shot. She's seen jumping up and down in panic for the family's privacy. We're not showing their faces.
When she looked to the stroller and the baby is bleeding, she go crazy.
The family had to run to a bodega for cover after gunfire erupted around 1:20 p.m. 2 men on a scooter passed through the intersection of Moore and Humboldt streets.
The male sitting at the rear of the moped can be seen taking out a gun and discharging at least 2 rounds. Our 7-month-old victim was sitting inside one of these strollers when she was struck.
The baby was taken to the hospital where she died.
You see, so there's a few strollers out there, okay? And the baby gets hit. All right? This shit is vexing, man. I remember I got the news. I said, no fucking way, bro. All right? Ultimately, this is judgment from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? That's the bottom line. See, the hard pills like this, people don't swallow. They can't swallow. All right? So it'll turn them away from just understanding this truth. Okay? Yeah, it's tough. Because people say it all the time, oh, the Lord, yeah, the scriptures say, I kill, I make it alive. Let me get that. Get that real quick. This is the Lord's work, man. All right. Let me get this real quick. Yeah, because all is vanity and vexation of spirit, man. All right, let me read the next one before I get 1 Samuel. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. All right? So you can't fix these niggas out here in the world, man. They gotta die. They gotta experience death by pain. All right? That's the only way this is gonna get right. All right? Get 1 Samuel 2. First Samuel 2 and 6. And it reads, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. Okay? The Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, killeth and maketh alive. All right? So the Lord, is as tough as it may be to understand. Okay? The Lord sanctions it all. Okay? It's all for his purpose. This is what the Lord, it's the Lord's show. All right? It says the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. Okay, that's clear. That's pretty clear. A lot of people would see something like this and you see a baby shot, killed, and you get all emotional. Don't get it fucked up. It is emotional. I'm not saying that it ain't. Because this is some terrible shit, man. No doubt about it. But there's understanding. Right? A lot of people live their lives, going through their lives, dealing with death, dealing with things without having a foundation. Having the truth about, All right, let me see. Let me go back. 1 Samuel 2 and 6, the Lord killeth, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. All right, so all this is sanctioned by Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, as tough as it may be to accept. All right. Let me get this. Got a couple more, then we out of here. Yeah, this shit is terrible, man. This shit is absolutely horrific. All right, that's why it says, for horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Yeah. It's going to end bad. It's going to fucking end bad. What am I looking for? What is this? All right. This is 2 Timothy 3 and 1. Yep. It says, this also know that in the last days perilous times shall come. All right. And I'm going to stop right there. Perilous times shall come. All right. What does perilous mean? Perilous meaning dangerous. All right. I have a definition here. Let's see if I can pull it up over here. All right, let's keep it moving. Perilous. It says perilous is an adjective meaning extremely dangerous, That's just the point I want to make. We're living in extremely dangerous times. It says, this also know that in the last days, perilous times shall come. What type of times? Dangerous times. All right. It says extremely dangerous, hazardous, or full of risk. All right. So we're living in perilous times, man. You can't even walk your baby down the fucking street. All right, in a stroller. All right. But this shit that's going on the planet Earth, I got ops here. The Lord is coming to get all you niggas, man. All right. Lord's gonna pack you wicked niggas up, man. And rightfully so, right? Rightfully so. Yeah, that's really it, man. That's all I got. I just wanted to bring that out real quick, man. This is a sign of the times. This happened going into the Passover. And the Lord, there was a pink moon, a pinkish reddish moon. All right. So, these are the signs. These are the signs of the times. 7-month-old baby shot in broad daylight, shot in the face or the head or the neck. All right. These are the times we're in. Ain't no going back. All right. So that's all I got, man. I'll close out there. Call hello Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakudash. If you get anything from this lesson, please know and understand the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. The name of His only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai. Those are the names we call on now and in that dreadful day. Shalom.